going on, guys? I'm Dave. Welcome back to Abernathy Farms channel. We're gonna get the old Yamaha. We're gonna check on the cows. So let's do it. Oh, cows a little treat. I also bought one of these farm tank float switches. We'll get it out, open up, see if it's gonna work. There they are. What are y'all doing? It's super wet. We've had a lot of rain. Today's Monday, maybe the 17th of July. It's been really dry last month. We've had a good bit of rain that we sorely needed. The field's not in good shape, not in great shape, that's for sure. Ooh, there's a hawk. There he is. You see? Anyway, yeah, I hear you, hawk. I ended up, this is the field I sprayed, and honestly, I was kind of disappointed in the spray. It really didn't do that great. Maybe I needed to recheck my concentration or add some additional 2,4-D in it. But let's give the cows a little sweet treat here, and then we'll check on the field. Also, I've got to move them to a new paddock, so we'll do that. The cows are getting a little bit less skittish. They don't immediately take off running. As soon as I walk in here, they kind of just stare at me. So, which is good. So let's give them a little sweet treat and see what we can get into. Get this open. Look at them. They're waiting. They know they're gonna get something good. Oh, spider webs in here. I gotta go get their feed troughs straightened out. It's very wet out here. I don't have any gutters on the old barn. I didn't feel like moving there. So I just come around the side. Put the rest of this in there. There you go, heifers. All right, let's go check on these fields. All right, so let's talk about these fields a little bit. We haven't had a lot of rain, and it's been real dry. If you can see, they've been on this, today's Monday, they've been on this since Thursday, I think. When I first started in the spring, the field was in much better shape, and I was moving them like once a week. In retrospect, I probably should have been moving them then twice a week to put less pressure on the pasture at the time, but that's a learning curve I'm getting on. So even this next paddock I'm gonna move them to is not in much better shape than this one right here, and I have been feeding them hay as well, which I didn't really want to be doing in July. So there's that, and they spend a lot of time up in the barn lot because honestly, that's the best grass. That grass in the barn lot has had, 100 years of cows on it. It hadn't had any for like the last 30, but before that, it had cows on it for who knows how long, more than 100 years, and the grass would always grow up. It would be 4 or 5 foot tall, and I would have to bush hog it. So they spent a lot of time up there because that's honestly the best grass, and I had intentions of using it as a separate paddock once I got everything, all my infrastructure. Right now, only water source is up there at the barn lot, so they have to go up there, and I don't have that done yet. So we'll do that in the future. And then I'm going to fence in this next upper section of field, and I'm going to make that their winter pasture, and see how that goes. So as you can see, this is not in that great a shape. Now this section right here, as you can see, it's green up there and it's green down there, and this middle section is where they dug up the field and put the gas line in. And they supposedly planted fescue, but there's not really much fescue growing out here. And we'll go into this first paddock, which is the one I sprayed. This fence got a lot of slack in it. And it's in a little bit better shape. And I'm actually going to the beach next week. I'm leaving Saturday, and I'm gonna try to put them back on this section. They're gonna have to stay on it for a week, basically. Have a guy come and check on them, and we'll let him feed them some hay every day, a bale of hay every day too. But hopefully with this rain, this will have, I don't know, I might not, I might leave them on the far section. I don't know. But I mowed this one day last week. I mowed down all these briars. There was briars 5-6 foot tall out here. But you can definitely see where the old field stops and the gas line starts. And then when it gets to right there, that's greener. So I'm kind of disappointed in the growth of the gas line easement here. It's 60 foot wide. But ain't nothing I can do about it right now. But hopefully with this rain we've had, it's going to recover a little bit better and start growing. So we'll see. Let's move these cows. These are the Tractor Supply reels, and they're not the best. They're not the greatest, but they do all right. So we'll reel this up, and we'll move them. This paddock's not that great. I'm honestly thinking about just, nah, I shouldn't give them the rest of it. I'm gonna have to move them. We'll get them moved. The cows have already come out here. They figured it out that what I'm doing out here is moving to giving them fresh pasture. So they start coming out here now, which means I don't have any time. So here they come. I got to get this fence up. They tried to cut me off, but I got out in front of them. Red Cup, she's kind of a cow of her own. She don't really hang with the herd too much. But they know they're getting some fresh hay. You can see the yellow stake just behind them is where they were cut off before. So, and I'll keep them out here on this section. It's not as big as I'd like to make it, but I'll keep them out here for a couple of days and move them again. I would normally move my stakes and put them in the ground first, but they were coming across so fast. I felt like I had to get the string run. Y'all settle down, idiots. At least with the rain, the ground's a little softer and it's easier to get these stakes in. Move one more right there. All right, well, they're eating what little grass is here, and so that's good. I also have yet to find a bull. I also have yet to look for a bull, so that's definitely one of the reasons I have not found one. So anyway, I'm not really doing mob grazing, but I'm trying to rotate. There's only 5 cows out here. This is a 5-acre field, so it's an acre per cow. But I don't know if it's because I'm not moving them enough, or because of the rain, or a combination of everything. The lack of rain, that the grass is not really doing that great. I don't have enough field right now to keep them off of a paddock for weeks at a time. It's basically ended up being about a week from the first paddock to the last paddock, or till I get them back on that same paddock. It's only been about a week, and so I'm not sure. Just especially with the lack of rain, it just hasn't had enough time to recover. So I'm going to try to start moving them more frequently if I can stand it. I basically don't move them on the weekends. I try to move them. I've been trying to move them Mondays and Thursdays. That's like 4 days on a paddock. I'm not going to move the line this way because there's no grass over there. I don't think they're going to go back over there. And what little grass it is, I think they need to try to get on it. But I'm hoping with this rain we've had that it's going to allow it to recover some. But I got to go energize that. There's one more thing about this gas line where they backfilled. It's got these fissures that are opening up, and this can be very dangerous for a cow to step in that, get hurt. There's a hole there. There's a small one here, and you can see here's one. That one's deep. That one's 8 inches deep, and so got to kind of be mindful of that too. It's something I keep worrying about in the back of my mind. So like I said, this reel is from Southern States. I think the best ones come from Farm Fence Solutions. This one does not have a metal strip in the reel where it would automatically energize it when you hooked on the fence. So right now it's hooked on the fence and it's not energized. I really should reverse it because I got a hook on the other side and put this up on the far side because it's barbed wire fence in those woods, and really hook this one there, and then that way I can. So anyway, long story short, I take the wire and I wrap it around the hook like that, and then I hook it on the fence. So the wire is wrapped around the metal, and that energizes it. I'm not going to touch it, but trust me, it's energized. All right, guys, so that's going to wrap up this video. It's been really hot over the 4th of July. I haven't really done a lot of stuff. I'm going to the beach next week. I just hadn't had a lot of content to do. Been busy doing other stuff. But as the weather cools down and my daughter goes back to school, we're going to be doing a lot more stuff out here on the farm in the fall. We're going to be building that fence, a lot of other stuff. So if you're interested in seeing that kind of stuff, subscribe to the channel, like the video, it'd really help me out, and we'll catch you next time.